Ditch Diggers, Season 12, Episode 3.
Ditch diggers appear and ain't no wannabes here with some not so nice advice for your writing career. To be clear, no punches will be pulled, but the punch may be spiked how they like before they get on the mic. To my left we got the mighty Lafferty, and if I piss her off, believe me, she'll come after me. And her co-host Ursula Vernon on the right, yeah, she's burning to recite a slime mold speech tonight. So settle in, folks, buckle in and boot up. Time to meddle in a way to make your writer shut up. It's hard work, but the perk is that it's fun and exciting. Facebook will still be there when you're done writing. Ditch Diggers! Ditch Diggers!
Coming to you live from the Fish Hatchery on the Ditch Diggers Manor grounds. It is the Ditch Diggers with Lafferty and Ursula Vernon, a.k.a. T. Kingfisher. How are you, Ursula?
And 50 million salmon spawn.
And 15 million salmon spawn, yes. That's a big fish hatchery.
The spawn are really small.
Oh. Still, when you get into the millions, you'd think they'd pile up.
Now I have to look up how many fish are in a fish hatchery.
No, don't. Stay with us. Stay on target. It's an exciting week because Ursula has book news. So tell us about Wolfworm, Ursula.
Yes. First of all, you should know that in 2023, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service released 126 million fish. And secondly, yes, Wolfworm, it comes out, I think, next week on Tuesday. And it is my weird Southern Gothic horror novel about botflies.
Yep.
So, yay.
So did U.S. Fish and Wildlife release them all into the same spot, though? Like, didn't they, throw a couple here and throw a couple there? Or do they all get dumped?
That was total. The Norfolk National Fish Hatchery holds 3 to 4 million trout on site.
Okay. I hope you've all learned something, and I hope you're all.
Wisconsin can produce up to 2.5 million walleye fingerlings.
I have sent you on a side quest, and I'm very sorry.
It's okay. I knew the ADHD was going to kick in, but I had to know, and now we do.
Yeah.
So probably not 15 million salmon spawn, but perhaps a million.
Maybe a million. Okay, I'll give you a million. Sure. So Ursula's going on a small tour, going to be coming to here. That's not the correct word, people say.
Yes. Wait, I have it in front of me for once.
Oh, good. But this spot's the only one that matters, right?
Well, yeah. I will be at Flyleaf Books on the 23rd, which is next
Monday.
Yes. So I guess the book must be available at Flyleaf before the official release date, or else.
Yeah, I think they usually have the books on hand the day before. It's just Tuesday is when they put them out. Because if it came in on Tuesday, they might not get the books until the afternoon, and then, going to miss all the midday book buyers. So.
Right. But also, since I'm doing the event on the 23rd, I'm guessing you'll get the books a day early there, or else it'll be weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
Then I will be at Politics and Prose in Washington, D.C. Then Brookline Booksmith in Brookline, Massachusetts. And The Strand in New York on Thursday the 26th. And then I think I get to go home, but I will have an event on, I want to say Monday, I don't even know what day it is anymore. Let's see.
Well, the Monday's the 23rd, so the next Monday is probably the 30th.
Yes. Okay, yeah, I will go home, and then on the 27th, which is the Friday, I will have an event at Books on the Bosque, and then I will be allowed to rest for 4 or 5 days, and then I will be at NorwestCon.
Okay.
And somewhere in there, I need to get this book written on, but
yeah.
But yes, if you're at any of those places, come out, see me.
Yes, in the Flyleaf one, I'm going to be interviewing Ursula. And people say we're entertaining together, so hopefully that should be fun.
It's true.
And we're also going to record.
Ourselves.
Sorry?
We entertain ourselves.
That's true. If nobody else, we entertain us. We'll be going to be streaming it, provided Numbers Ninja or Jim are up for the challenge. But no fancy overlays or anything. It'll be just like cell phone streaming. But keeping with the side quest, Valerie Valdez says, I appraised a place with a fish farm once. This is getting into a moose bit my sister once. But please, Valerie, tell us more what you learned about appraising a fish farm. We got to know.
That is absolutely sincere and not sarcastic.
No, absolutely. Valerie knows I don't talk to her like that.
What were you appraising it for? No, I didn't think you were being sarcastic, but then it occurred to me that sometimes these things don't come across well on the thing. And yes, I would love to know more about fish hatchery appraisal.
Oh, it was land value. So the fish farm did not contribute value.
Oh, it didn't convey. Gotcha.
Interesting. And Underpope says, I was
looking.
Go ahead.
Go on.
Underpope says, I was at a trout hatchery in South Dakota once in the middle of the night. It was so very creepy seeing the dark water with the occasional splash. Can we get back to why you were in a trout hatchery in South Dakota in the middle of the night?
It feels like there's a story here.
Yeah. And if there isn't, you need to write one.
Yep. Like, that's a great, just start in media res. So there I was in a trout hatchery in South Dakota in the middle of the night.
I bet you're wondering how I got here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's done a haunted fish hatchery. Someone should do that.
2028, y'all. You heard it here first.
No, I'm busy. One that I think I can announce because it went out I'm pretty sure it went out in the publisher's lunch thing a while ago. I am writing the Naked Mole Rats in Space science fiction novel.
Oh, congrats. What's it called?
It will probably be called The Naked Stars.
Of course it will. You said Naked Mole Rats in Space, like I was supposed to know which one that was. And I usually hear about your works in progress, but that one I have not.
Oh, ages ago, I think I was on Blue Sky and I went on a tear about how, I think it was about uplifted species. And I was like, no, if you were going to uplift any species, it should be naked mole rats because for space, I think I was talking about Startide Rising because I was like, okay, granted, dolphins, great, but you don't put dolphins in space.
No,
that's just there's so many logistical issues in terms of mass and whatnot of the ship with the water and things. So I was like, what would you use? And then I wound up at naked mole rats because they don't get cancer, so radiation is much less of an issue with them. They don't actually feel pain. They live for 30 years, and they can survive on very low oxygen levels. And so But
doesn't not feeling pain lead to gangrene? Isn't that what leprosy is? You don't rot. You don't rot because of the leprosy. You rot because you can't feel an injury, and so you don't deal with it, and then you rot.
Oh, no. Apparently they don't. They have amazing healing powers.
Oh, okay.
And they think it's because they live in these incredibly anoxic environments with ammonia levels that would absolutely kill a human, and so. If they could actually feel how much it stung, they would never get anything done.
Or they would move out and go somewhere else. Right. Or they just wouldn't sit around like ADHD people going, I don't know what to do. I can't figure out anything to do. Oh boy.
Exactly, and they're also, the only eusocial mammal. So I started in and writing on completely a whim, and then did the usual thing where suddenly I had 15,000 words, and then Lindsay my editor at Tor was like, so we should talk about the next book that's due, the fantasy novel that we haven't decided on, that is due in 2026. And I said, would you accept a science fiction novel? And sent her and my agent that, and she was like, yes, we will accept your science fiction novel. God knows if I'm going to get it done by the end of the year. I still have 4 more books due this year. But yeah.
All right.
Anyway, naked mole rats in space. I have no idea how we got here.
I'm not sure either, but well, no, you wanted to announce that you could announce a new sale or new book, so we are actually on topic.
I think, yeah. Yay me. Anyway, but yes, did we ever find out why they were at the fish hatchery in the middle of the night?
Yeah, Underpope says he was on a road trip to the Badlands with a girlfriend and a mutual friend. I don't recall where the troutery was. It's possible it moves.
Did you just break in the middle of the night for kicks?
Yeah, why were you?
I respect that.
Yes.
Were you looking for a bathroom? That's what I would do in South Dakota if I was on a road trip.
Well, yeah, you would do that anywhere you were on a road trip.
Actually, it's better now. There is a medication that you can take if you are a woman of a certain age, and it stops bladder spasms.
Gotta love that woman of a certain age thing.
I don't have to pee every 15 minutes. It's really cool.
Congrats. We were
stupid how life-changing it is.
No, I believe it.
You had a thing you wanted to talk about it.
God knows. Yeah, basically, I am at the end of my contract and my agent needs to sell something new, but I am working on a variety of things and nothing's really grabbed me and held me and put my face in the poo and said, look what you did. You got to keep doing it. And this metaphor really fell apart fast. But
yeah, if the book feels like it's shoving your nose in the poo, you should probably write a different book. No, I
had a big hiccup on how to get the character from Act 1 to Act 2 because I didn't know if she wanted to go there but she was being denied or if she didn't want to go there and someone was making her. I know what's going to happen, but I just don't know how to get her from Act 1 to Act 2, and that for some reason really, really slowed me down. But I'm just having, it's like you can identify your problems. Like, I'm afraid of writing something weird. I'm afraid of losing my readers. I'm afraid of putting a whole bunch of work into a book that nobody likes. And I am afraid of writing all the weird shit that comes into my head. And I have identified those things.
No, you can totally write the weird shit.
I know that. I know I should. But how to get from I know I should write the weird shit in my head to writing the weird shit in my head? Neurotypical people don't understand this, but there's a chasm between there, and I don't know how to cross it. So that's why I'm calling this episode.
I double dog dare you to write something weirder than what I would write.
Shit. All right.
Prove it, Mur. Prove you're more of a freak than I am.
You know that will never, ever, ever fly, but I'm just...
I have faith, Mur. You have hidden depths of weird.
I know I do. I just don't know how to let it out. We're just... Yeah, we need to in chat, we need to activate your spite. That's absolutely true.
Yep. I can tell you that I think you're too normal to write a thing, but you probably wouldn't believe me.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? Haven't you had an agent at some point who told you something was too weird to sell?
Yes, I've had too brutal. My stuff, brutal. Yeah. Yeah,
You need to prove those two people wrong. Fuck them. Write a book so weird that China Mieville would go, dude, that's weird, and publish it, and to great critical acclaim, and then you can staple the cover to the foreheads of those two.
Oh yeah, Assault with a Stapler. The two things Mur is known for: that weird book and Assault with a Stapler.
Look, there's always a first time. They thought that WEirD stuff was too weird. You take that weird to 11, damn it. Think of your angst at those people. They were wrong.
Yeah, they were wrong, damn it. So apparently to reboot your writer, all you need is Ursula to yell double dog dare at you. Sorry?
I need a little more passion there, Mur. They were wrong, damn it. No, come on. They were wrong, damn it.
They were wrong. Absolutely, they were wrong. I'm sorry. I'm still struggling with engaging the enthusiasm. I think I might need you to get up really early your time tomorrow and message me when I'm starting to write, because then that's usually when I need to hear it. Because instead I'll hear, oh, but I need to do this thing or this thing or this thing first. And another thing where I know what's the right thing to do and I still don't do it, which is, if I want writing to be my main job, I should do it first. And I just feel kind of broken right now.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I can think of two potential options or two potential thoughts. One, get out of the house and go write at a coffee shop where you have no distractions and things that need to get done.
Yeah.
Two, either up your ADHD meds or start taking caffeine with them.
Oh my God. That's terrifying.
Yeah, but if you're starting to get adjusted to the dose, you can reactivate it with some caffeine.
Yeah. You're right.
But also, like you come up with great weird stuff. It still causes me emotional anguish that you have not done the book with the solving the murder among the human sacrifices.
Oh yeah. I was thinking about that one recently.
That one has the most brilliant goddamn premise that I wish I had thought of.
All right, well, I'm going to use, if I write that, I'm going to just use that as a blurb. I hope you don't mind. I'll skip the middleman and not even bother you.
Oh, yeah, by all means.
Okay. All right. So, there's a murder among the human sacrifices.
And I think I said it's the most brilliant goddamn premise I wish I'd thought of.
Thank you. Yeah, what the hell?
The other option is, have you ever written fanfic?
On occasion, yes, actually.
Go write some fanfic. Do something for the pure joy of writing a thing without the is this weird or saleable or whatever. Get the giddiness going, and that helps.
Yeah,
fanfic
I need
pulled me out of a writing slump before.
Yeah. I think also writing stuff that I don't think will ever sell, but I still want to do it. Like around the Christmas time, I was trying to work through a ephemera type project or found footage or office memo type project. And the story was told in office memos and movie posters. And I got one draft done, and then the complexity of the edits came upon me and I got overwhelmed and didn't finish it. But I know that's something I don't think will ever sell. And so I still think it needs some attention.
Sometimes this is not for sale or going to sell is remarkably liberating.
Yeah, that's true.
And You never know. I have done so many things that I was like, this will never sell, and then it was either it did, or there was enough in it that I could take it apart for parts and use it on something else, or these things are never wasted.
Yeah. Yeah. And longtime viewers in the chat are reminding me of the Stardew Valley murder mystery thriller I wanted to write, is pointing that out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Stardew Valley is messed up.
It really is.
I have been playing Pokopia, the Pokemon sort of Animal Crossing kind of game.
I have not gotten into the Switch 2 yet, so that might be my gateway drug.
Well, I hadn't either, and then this came out, and the stepkid was like, this is very Ursula coded. And I look it up online, and I'm like, yes. And also, the world is terrible, so I might as well enjoy myself. But anyway, it's like Animal Crossing, but you gradually realize that you are in a post-apocalyptic world. Mm-hmm. That everyone is going, where did all the humans go? And everything is in ruins, and you're rebuilding it. And then you're finding these notes lying around from people explaining what the apocalypse was. And I mean, Pokemon has always occasionally had some really dark shit in the background.
Oh my God, Pokemon's weird.
Oh yeah, but there's like, so I'm like, okay, that was kind of intense. Mm-hmm. And so, no, the Stardew Valley, it's, what is it, TV Tropes calls it, a crap sack utopia.
I've not heard that. Okay.
And then you look closer and you're like, oh, this is awful.
Wow. Yeah, I tried not to want to Switch 2, and then of course when it came out, it was sold out immediately. And then when I finally saw it on the shelves, I was just like, do I really want it right now? I mean, I don't need it right now. I just bought a great, now I can't even remember the name of it. The really tiny handheld game device with the crank. Why can't I remember the name of that?
Hell. I got nothing.
Anyway.
But yeah, no, I had like not even really registered that it was out because my killer apps for that are always pretty much Pokemon games. Mm-hmm. And I knew that there was a Pokemon game coming out, I think, next year. And I'm like, I'll buy it for that. And then Pokopia comes out, which I hadn't even heard of. And I was like, yes, this is a freaky little base builder with Pokemon. I must do this thing. I love me a good freaky little base builder.
Yes, that's true. Oh, it's a base builder, man. That's my crack. Unless it's like they want you to make an attractive and well-built base builder, and then it's not good for me.
No, it's Minecraft with Pokemon.
Okay. Of course, when I do build a base in Minecraft, it's a square. It's pretty much a box.
Me too. But it'll also give you little kits that will build houses like in Animal Crossing. But if you want something fancy, or you can just build it block by block, and as long as it has like a door and walls and a roof, Pokemon will move in there for you. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, I'm. But now that Poketopia is out, of course you can't find the Switch 2 again. So I guess I can't really feel too much FOMO because it's impossible for me to get it right now. So that's.
Oh, did they sell out again? It was like. I went out the day that it released, and they had them locally, but
I haven't seen any around recently, and I have been checking on occasion. But So to recap, what we got is to restart your writer, you need someone to yell double dog dare at you. You need to remember somebody who didn't think you could do it in the first place.
Yes.
You need to write some fanfic and get the pressure off yourself?
That helps, yes. I mean, and I, of course, am always going to encourage people to go weird.
Yes.
Because, if I know many of you are in my age range, if you grew up in the 90s, there was a lot of extruded fantasy product. And actually, same with the late 80s and all. And, we don't need any more of that. We need weird shit. The freaking AIs can extrude fantasy product, and they are. Now, the hope of human writers lies in going bizarre.
I want to write that shit down.
What is the weirdest book you have loved, Murph?
I'm writing your weird shit down. Dang.
Oh. Mine was arguably Perdido Street Station. When I read it, it was, I think, the first book I had read that was just so completely and utterly not generic extruded fantasy product. And every other page, I was just going, damn, I wish I'd thought of that. Damn, I wish I'd thought of that. And
I think about the mosquito men and their...
And the scar.
And their, and they're very, very, very... hungry women and the scab meddlers and the cactus people. I think about them at least about once a month. I have not reread those books in a long time, but I still think about them.
Oh yeah, no, and that was weird. That was balls to the wall bizarre, and it was great.
Yeah.
The just demented world building. I think as fantasy writers, and I've said this before in other occasions, we get very worried that someone will notice we're writing fantasy, and we're very concerned about the suspending your disbelief. Same with science fiction. Oh God, what if somebody notices that this isn't realistic?
Yeah.
And so it was really refreshing to read something that was just I do not give a shit if you suspend your disbelief or not.
Yeah.
We're starting out with scarab-headed women, and if you're not going there, don't get in the car.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
It was incredibly refreshing, and I don't know, we need more just completely weird shit.
Yeah, you're right, we do. I haven't read it yet, but I just purchased Hell's Heart by Alexis Hall. It is Gideon the Ninth meets Moby Dick, and I'm surprised you don't have a quote on here. Do they not ask you to blurb this?
Honestly, my agent declared that I was in blurb bankruptcy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
For the next little bit.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah, this is in no way a complaint, but being the new hotness means that people will ask you to blurb things that are not even remotely in your wheelhouse.
Right.
And so, yeah, I have. And sometimes they're good, and sometimes once or twice there's been one where I was like, unfortunately, the nice thing about blurbs is that very rarely is there any follow-up by the editor because they know they're asking a lot. But for some reason, it's always the ones where I was like, okay, that is a thing I read that the editor comes back to check. But I did just read John Wiswell's The Dragon Has Some Complaints, which is coming out soon. That one is a delight. I enjoyed the heck out of that. It's the central premise is that the dragon has 3 heads, and they have different personalities. So, the narrator is the center head, and the other heads are kind of like his weird-ass, inseparable roommate conjoined twins. And it's a lot of fun.
That's cool. Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. It's gone. It's gone. There's my brain, and there it goes.
Yeah, I have said before, I always compare that to seeing a rabbit run away, and you can just see the thought's little white butt vanishing into the gloom.
Yeah, yeah. So you often have the opposite problem. You've got the like fire hose of ideas coming at you, and you suddenly have 20,000 words down on it. Do you ever struggle with where exactly to start the story? For some reason, this is a new problem with me.
Interesting. I'm sure there have been times I have, but often I just kind of pick a spot and write a line and see what happens. And this is, I write fairly good first lines, I have been told, and for some reason, the first line, if I get it right, I just kind of start powering through from there. But it's, yeah, no, I think it's that I don't worry about it. I just like start, and it's like anything is, what was the line? All you need in life is ignorance and confidence, and then success is sure. Mm-hmm. And so I just like throw myself into I'm like, all right, I have a vague idea about a thing. And I don't know. I think a lot of that is instinctive.
Yeah. I mean,
I wrote, yeah.
My first, sorry?
Go on. No, you go on. Go on.
Okay. Just for the listeners and the watchers, Ursula and I are not on camera. I'm on camera, but Ursula's bandwidth at home can't handle the stream and the camera. So the physical cues that we usually have to play off of each other, they're not there. So,
yes. Sorry
about that.
So we keep running over each other.
Yes. So I like my first line, actually. It's 20 years after the war with the undead, Mom opened a 7-Eleven, which I thought,
that's a great first line.
It answers, it asks and more questions than it answers. So that's what I was going for. But, yeah.
Sometimes I find like a good first line or whatnot, like if I'm excited about the idea, then I charge into it for the 20,000 words. But if I'm not excited about the idea, like I'll write a paragraph or two and then I'll just be like, Like I have one that's kicking around my head that I would like to get to, which was the dead fox was watching her again.
Again, that's one of the best words.
Oh, it really is. Yeah.
Again and anymore. It really just. I woke up one morning and my penis was missing again. It's such. It just adds another level of weird or humor or dread, I guess. Maybe I just usually find it funny.
What is the penis missing thing from?
Detachable Penis, sung by Kingfisher.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know the Detachable Penis song. I was thinking of, somebody was talking to me about a book recently that had that premise, but I've lost where it was. My brain also the little thought butts recede.
Yes. Shauna says, my mom just walked in as you said the penis line. Sorry, Shauna. Sorry, Shauna's mom.
Yeah.
Although I know Shauna, and I can't imagine their mom being too shocked. I'm just saying. So I don't think I have anything else to bring up. Is there anything you want to talk to? We haven't talked in a while, so didn't know if you had any stuff to discuss. Man,
if there is, I've forgotten it already. No, I am doing the thing, which is nice to live through, but boring to talk about, where I get up, I write the book, I maybe do one or two things that need doing, and then I play video games. And it is a wonderful life, but it's very boring to talk about. I don't really have anything.
We do have a question.
Oh, yes.
Well, Ben Flambe wants to know, can I call in? Well, this is actually not a call-in show, but a two-host show. Just my co-host isn't on camera right now. But if you have a question, you're welcome to put it in chat. We talk about writing and the business of writing and the issues around writing. And sometimes we go off on video game tangents, but we're not sorry.
Actually, speaking of video game tangents, it is amazing how the writing in video games matters. And I was struck by this the other day, because the writing in Pokopia is very good. It keeps me gripped. And at the same time, there is a game that came out a year or two ago called Pal World. And it is absolutely a Pokemon game, and only it's a base building Pokemon game with guns, essentially, to the point where I believe the Pokemon company tried to sue them, and the court basically said, "We're sorry, no, collecting cute monsters is not something you get to copyright. Too many other people have done it. You can do the evolution thing will allow," and also I think they're arguing about the Pokeball thing. But the thing is, technically, it is superior to a lot of the things that Nintendo has put out recently. Pal World, it's lovely to look at. It handles like a dream. There is none of the game bloat problems that were with the last ones, and there is virtually the writing is just apocalyptically either bad or absent. And I played it, and I'm going, it causes me pain. I'm like, for the love of God, this is fixable. I can fix this. And I'm going, nope, it is not your job to fix the writing of the game that has great mechanics and bad story. But I'm just like, seriously, this is so easily fixed. But they haven't, and it therefore it gets boring, because after a point you're like, there is no motivation for me to do the next thing and the next thing. It's just okay, I do a thing, and then the little quest goal pops up and says, go fight this guy.
Yeah,
why am I fighting that guy?
It's
you can advance to the next level. It's galling.
I tried to play it, and its survival aspect was not one that I liked to play within. I usually don't like survival aspects, just because, if I want to worry about being too cold or too hungry, I'll just live my life. But I just didn't play with it long, because I felt there were a couple of problems wrong with it. But I will say I'm surprised Nintendo did not win that by throwing gobs of money at it, because a lot of those, you can't copyright collecting cute creatures, but a lot of those cute creatures were Pokemon. I mean,
they definitely were, although as various parties have pointed out, try to make a cute creature like that doesn't end up looking like a Pokemon. It's very hard to do. I like survival up to a point. I liked Aska. I will play 7 Days to Die on easy mode. But
I still die on that if I play that on easy mode.
You're going to die a few times, but I love a good base builder, so I am immediately like, let me design the killing floor. Actually, the problem is that Kevin and I were playing 7 Days to Die for ages co-op, and we stopped because it had gotten too easy, because I had built basically a killing floor for the zombie horde, where all we had to do was stand on the walkways and they would die below us. And he was like, I think you've done too good a job. So then we had to go play Grounded for a while instead. And I sometimes do that to myself, is that I will like figure out the mechanism and then do it, and then it stops being fun because there's no challenge. Yeah. But I also don't want, I can't do the Dark Souls-esque, you will die every third step, because it's like, okay, that's not fun for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can do the survival games, but a storyline helps. One I did not that long ago, Aska, which is a base builder sort of Viking thing, and it's, the usual build a workbench, build a thing, but then you have to, your peasants, you attract peasants and whatnot. But they had a storyline to make it work. And it was very similar in a lot of regards to Pal World, except you have peasants instead of faux Pokemon. But it had a much better sort of storyline. And it was like, okay, there will be a raid in winter. It will come out of this portal. Be ready for it. And you have all year to prep for it. And I'm just going, it's not that hard. You just need a little more writing in your game. Just a smidge.
Yeah. Speaking of writing and games and then on to awards, the Nebulas were announced. The Nebula nominees were announced. And I have played most of the games nominated, so I'm excited about that. I don't have it in front of me, and we're nearing the end of our time, so I think we should talk about it next time. But okay. I always do like talking about ballots and writing and awards and stuff. Speaking of, it's still time to nominate for the Hugos. So if you are a Worldcon member, you can throw in your nominations, and you could maybe consider Ditch Diggers, or I Should Be Writing, or one of Ursula's 17 books that she put out last year.
It's just Hemlock and Silver and Snake Eater. Although I realize the Time with Bob in the Crop Circles is technically eligible for short story.
Of course, yeah. Yeah.
And what do you have that's eligible, Mur?
I have Infinite Archive, the last novel in the Midsolar Murders series, and I don't know if I wrote anything else that I put out last year.
And would
I wrote some zesty. I wrote some Zesty a Boy short stories about my PI Venus flytrap.
And you're afraid of going WEirD, and you have a blank, a wall against going too weird.
I'm not saying I can't think of weird things. I'm saying that it's hard for me to get started on them. That's all. Yes, I've got plenty of weird ideas. Just getting there. That's the chasm. I'm gesturing wildly.
You got over the chasm with your Venus flytrap PI.
I did. I've not finished his story, but I do have 2 chapters of kind of illustrated, put together in Canva type story.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway, we promised to.
Did the question go through in chat?
No, we never did get one.
Oh, darn.
But we have been at this for an hour. Ursula, thank you for keeping your schedule flexible, considering we're recording on an off day.
Fault. We couldn't do it yesterday. I was at the dentist. I would rather have been recording.
Yeah. Yeah. But we have I'm a self-published author and have some questions. Can I join the stream to ask them? No, that's not this kind of show. You're welcome to ask via chat, or you can email mightymer@gmail.com, and I can either answer or read them on the show. Although we probably should read them on the show since Ursula's a more successful self-published author than I am. But we will...
I am happy to write the questions, and I will answer them.
Yes. Next week, we will actually be here at 6 o'clock or 6:30. Your Flyleaf thing?
It is at 5:30.
Okay. So 5:30-ish. I don't know if they're doing the signing first or not. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But we'll be doing a live thing at the bookstore at Flyleaf Books in Chapel Hill, Eastern time, so 5:30, 6 o'clock. Check us out. And then after Ursula recovers from her book tour, we'll be back on Twitch on, in theory, alternate Mondays, 3 p.m. Eastern time, but in reality, sometimes it's a little bit less often than that. But I also have a podcast called I Should Be Writing, where I also take questions and happy to answer them, and we stream that Thursdays, 3 p.m. Eastern time on twitch.tv/mightymer.
Super worthwhile, and I send people to the I Should Be Writing archives all the time.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, Ursula, tell us about you and your exciting new stuff and all that. Where to find you?
I am at Red Wombat Studio, which you probably need to update with Wolfworm. Wolfworm comes out next week. The Daggerbound, the sequel to Swordheart, comes out in, I think, August. I think something else is landing this fall. And I write a lot of books. I am on Blue Sky as to Kingfisher, and that's the most reliable way to get a hold of me, other than the contact form on my website. So, yeah. I'll be there.
Here, and I'm actually going to put the stream ending thing up because I have thank you Patreon stuff. So, thank you guys, and thanks for being here, and thanks for chatting, and hopefully we'll see you next time. And Ursula, I hope you have a safe book tour, even though I will see you.
Thank you, yes.
But safe trip out, and looking forward to seeing you on Monday.
Yes, you will get me while I'm still relatively fresh and my eyes aren't twirling in opposite directions.
Excellent. This podcast was produced under Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives License. Music provided by Devo Spice, devospice.com.
Ditch Diggers!
This is a free podcast brought to you by the kindness of our patrons. If you would like to also be kind and a patron, go to patreon.com/mightymer.